Hello children, how are you all? Hope you are fine and good. I am your teacher Dakshayani from Bardasnar Metric Higher Secondary School, Arakonam. Children, today we are going to see 10th standard biology chapter 14. What is the name of the chapter, children? Transportation in plants and circulation in animals. In the previous session, what are all the things we discussed? Yes, we discussed about the heartbeat. We discussed about the heartbeat. Then we discussed about the heart sound. What do you mean? What are the two heart sounds? What is the first sound, children? Yes, love. What is the second sound? Dub. Yes, very good. And next we discussed about the blood pressure, right? Blood pressure. Blood pressure. And next we discussed about the instrument used to measure the heartbeat. What is the instrument we use? Yes, we used stethoscope. Stethoscope. And which instrument we use to measure the blood pressure, children? Sphygmomanometer. Sphygmomanometer. Yes. So in the previous sessions we have discussed about this, and in this session we are going to discuss about the blood groups. So what is the blood group, children? What is your blood group? Yes, many of them might have said, I am A positive, B positive, I am O, I am AB. So there are different types of blood groups, O, A, B and AB. So the first only three blood groups were described, O, A and B. Right? First only three blood groups were discovered, and it was discovered by Carl Landsteiner. Carl Landsteiner. In the year 1900. In the 19th century, right? So first only three blood groups were discovered, and the fourth blood group, AB, the fourth blood group AB was discovered in 1902 by the two persons. One is De Castello and Staining. It's an important one mark question, children. Underline it. The three blood groups O, A, B was discovered by Carl Landsteiner, and the fourth blood group AB was discovered by De Castello and Staining. And now we are going to see what are all the components of the blood. You see, children, this is a blood, right? It flows into the blood vessel, and what are all the components present in the blood, right? So we might have studied, it consists of, this is a blood vessel, it consists of, what are this red color things, children? RBC, and this cells with the nucleus, we say it as WBC, and star shaped structures which helps in blood clotting, we say it as blood platelets. So all these organelles, RBC, WBC and blood platelets are present in a colorless fluid called as plasma. Plasma we can say it is a colorless, but it is straw colored. Straw means what? Vacuole, right? Pale yellow color. So the fluid, the majority of the blood consists of the fluid. That fluid we call it as a plasma. So just this fluid, yes, this fluid, it is a plasma. So now we studied what are all the components present in the blood, and now we are going to see what is the antigen and what is a antibody. Antigen, in short, we can write it as Ag. We can write it as Ag, and antibodies as AB. And there are some other names we can give it for antigen, children. The other name of the antigen is agglutinogen. Agglutinogen. Just underline in your book, agglutinogen. The other name of the antibodies is agglutinin. Agglutinin. So, now we studied what is a antigen and what is a antibody. Now, where it is present in the blood. And this antigen and antibodies are very essential for determining the blood group, children. So, first of all, we should know where the antigen will be. The antigen will be present, antigen will be on the surface of the RBC. Antigen will be present on the surface of RBC. Suppose if you have the A antigen, you possess A blood group, B antigen, B blood group, and A and B antigen, AB blood group, and no antigen, O blood group. So, that classification we shall see later. Antigens are always present on the surface of RBC. And where is the antibodies present? Antibodies are present in the plasma. So, antibodies are present in the plasma. So, one thing you have to remember, children, the antigen and antibody should not be of the same group. For example, if you possess the A antigen, the blood antibody should be anti-B. So, now let us see the classification of the blood group. So, where will be the antigen? On the surface of RBC. Where the antibodies are present? In the plasma. So, now we are going to see about the 4 major blood groups. How they are determining the blood group by using the blood sample. While examining the blood sample, if this is the RBC, children, if the RBC does not possess any antigen, no A, no B, then we can say the person blood group as O, right? And if the RBC of a person, if it contain the antigen A, if the RBC contain the antigen A, we can say the person possesses the blood group A. Next, blood type B. If the person possesses B antigen on the surface of RBC, we can say the person has the B blood group. And AB blood group, the person blood group that RBC has both A and B antigen. For example, this is the RBC, the person has both the A antigen and the B antigen. So, such type of RBC, we say the person possesses the AB blood group. So, this is how they are determining the blood group in the laboratories. So, now by using this, we are going to see the distribution of antigen and antibodies, and we are going to see for example, A blood group person, to which blood group he can donate the blood and from which blood group he can receive the blood. So, first blood group is A. First we are going to study about the A blood group, next B blood group, third one about the AB, and last about the O. And in the A blood group, antigens will be present on the RBC, right? So, what antigen will be present, children, for A blood group? Yes, A blood group antigen A, antigen A. For the B blood group, antigen B. For AB blood group, what we studied? Yes, the person possesses both antigen A and antigen B. And O blood group, no antigen. So, no antigen. And now we are going to see what are all the antibodies present in the plasma. I told you children, antibodies and antigens should not be of the same blood group. So, antigen A means what is the antibody? Anti-B. Anti-B. Here B antigen, so anti-A. And here both antigens are present, AB. So, no antibody should be in the AB blood group. So, no antibodies. And O blood group do not have any antigen. So, they possess both anti-A and anti-B. So, anti-A and anti-B. And now we are going to see A blood group can donate the blood to which group? So, A blood group can donate blood to A and AB. B blood group can donate blood to B and AB because B blood group has anti-A and AB does not possess any antibodies. So, AB and AB. AB can donate blood to AB only. O blood group, since they do not have any antigens, they can donate blood to A, B, AB and O. So, that is why we call O as a universal donor. Yes, this is an important one more question children. Which blood group is called as a universal donor at a case of emergency? For example, if a person met with an accident, right, and if there is no time to estimate his blood group, immediately the O blood group can be transfused to him because the O blood group does not possess any antigen. It is a life saving process. So, O blood group we can say it as a universal donor. Universal donor. And can receive from, for example, A can receive blood from A and O, B blood group from B and O, AB blood group from A, B, AB and O. That is why we call AB as a universal recipient. AB blood group can receive blood from all the other blood groups. So, it is a universal recipient. It is also the one more question children, universal recipient. And O blood group can receive only blood from O. So, this is an important question. From this they may ask many 1 marks or they may ask you to write the flow chart of the blood groups. So, here one important question is asked children. It is also asked in the NEET. What happens when an individual receives mismatched blood from the donor? For example, we have studied what A blood group should donate blood to which blood groups. So, in case of if the person is was transfused a mismatched blood group, what will happen, right? So, before the blood transfusion, the blood groups has to be estimated for compatibility. What do you mean by compatibility children? Compatibility means matching. Compatibility means matching. So what happens? I told you, for example, if a person is a blood group, right? A blood group has A antigen. A antigen. And if the person is given the B blood group possesses what? B blood group possesses anti-A. So, what happens? Antigen and the antibody will get agglutinized. Agglutinized means clumped together, right? The antigen and antibodies of the same blood group will clumped together. So, the person will die, right? So, this is why the person should not be given the mismatched blood. So, children, now we are going to see what is agglutination. For example, different seras are available. For example, anti-serum A and anti-serum B is there. For example, a person's blood group is taken and by adding anti-A, agglutinogen takes place, and after adding anti-B, after adding anti-serum B, Here also the blood get agglutinized. Then we can conclude the person possess the blood group AB, because and serum A contains antibodies A. So, in A blood group, antigen A and antibody A get reacted. Here also antigen B and antibody B get reacted. So, we can determine the person blood group is AB. Here only the A get agglutinized. So, from this we can conclude the person has A blood group. Here no agglutination, but here the agglutination, the clumping of the blood cells takes place. So, we can say the person has a B blood group. Here even after adding the anti-serum, no agglutination taken place. So, we can say the person has a O blood group. This comes for you for 12th standard practical. RH factor was discovered by Landsteiner and Weiner in the year 1940. Actually, the word RH is derived from the monkey's name. What is the monkey name? Macaca rhesus. So, this is the monkey's name and our ancestors are the monkeys. So, this word RH, from this they derived the word RH factor. So, some blood groups along with the antigen A, antigen B or antigen AB, they possess the additional antigen called RH. For example, if a person possesses the antigen for A and the antigen for RH, we can say the person is A positive, right? And if the person with the A blood group possesses the antigen for A and no antigen for RH, we can say the person blood group is A negative. So, on the surface of the RBCs, if RH is present, we can say the person is positive blood group, right? And if the person do not have the RH on the RBC surface, then we can say the person as RH negative. So, the persons with the RH, they are said to be the positive group. Without RH, they are said to be the negative group. And now, we are going to see about the lymphatic system. Children, this is our lymphatic system. It is similar to our circulatory system, right? Like circulatory system, it also possesses the lymphatic capillaries, lymphatic veins, lymphatic ducts and the lymph nodes, right? So, it possesses the lymph ducts. It possesses many lymph ducts and many capillaries arise from the lymph ducts. For example, if this is a lymph duct, many capillaries arises from the lymph duct, right? And in some of the regions you can see the rounded shaped bodies, such structures we call it as a lymph nodes, right? For example, the lymph nodes are present numerous in the mucus glands. For example, we can see the mucus glands in the neck region and then in the thoracic region, armpits and in the groin regions, majority of lymph nodes are present. And one question is there, children, just it's not given in your book, just mark it. There are 600 lymph nodes in our body, right? So, lymph nodes. And what are all the major lymphatic organs, right? Lymph organs. The first one is a bone marrow. The bone marrow which is present in the thighs and all. They possess the lymphocytes, so they are said to be the primary lymphoidal organs. And the second one is a thymus, which is located above the heart. So, these two are the lymphatic organs. From the lymphatic organs, what happens? The lymphatic capillaries circulate and it is connected to the lymph nodes. So, now we are going to see the structure of lymph nodes. For example, the lymph nodes are the oval shaped bodies and it possesses many openings like this for the entry of the lymph nodes, and it has many T cells, B cells supplying parts, and it possesses the lymphatic arteries and the lymphatic veins. So this is the structure of the lymph node. This you will be studying in the 11th classes. So through these lymph nodes only, what happens? The lymphocytes accumulate. B lymphocyte, you know, T cells are responsible for fighting against a virus, and B cells produces antibodies, right? So these lymph nodes circulate the T cells and the B cells throughout our body. So this is about the lymphatic system. So now we are going to see what is a lymph, right? So from this you can see the blood vessels, right children? Arteries supply the blood to the tissues, and the veins carries the deoxygenated blood from the tissues. So what happens, for example, if this is a tissue is made of many cells, right? So what happens when the capillaries pass through the tissues, through the pores in the capillaries, some of the proteins, plasma and some blood cells enter into the tissue spaces. So this fluid, colorless fluid, we call it as a lymph. So it is collected through the lymphatic capillaries and it is drained into the blood. So lymph, it is a colorless fluid which is present in the intracellular spaces. So now we are going to see the functions of the lymph. So the lymph reaches the places where the blood cannot reach. So this is the first function. So it supplies oxygen and nutrients to the places where the blood capillaries do not reach, that is the tissue spaces. Next one is that it drains the nutrients into the blood. And the third important function is that it produces the lymphocytes, right? What are the lymphocytes we discussed, children? It circulates the lymphocyte, that is a T lymphocyte and the B lymphocytes, right? And the next one is that it is also helpful for absorption of fat. For example, in the small intestine you can see the absorbing units called as a villi, right? And the villi possesses the lymph duct in the middle, like this. So what is this function of this lymph duct? It absorbs the excess fats from the intestine. So absorption of fat. So this is the function of the lymph. So children, what are all the things we studied in this session? We studied about the blood groups. What are all the 4 blood groups? A, B, AB and O. Yes, very good. Next, we have discussed about the RH factor. So by the presence of this RH factor, we can say the person has a positive or a negative blood group. And last, we discussed about the lymph. So this is the assessment related to this topic, children. Just go through it. With this session comes to an end. In the description we have attached a study material, assessment and question bank for this lesson. Go through it and make that blood group chart in your notebook. Thank you children. Have a nice day.